Welcome. Today, we're breaking down inflammation and how changing what's on your plate can affect all of the systems in your body. Inflammation sits at the root of many chronic diseases. But what if what you put on your plate could calm it? I'm Harrison from High Energy Health, and today we're going to go system by system breaking this down. By the end of this video, you'll have a better idea how your body works, how what you eat can help reduce chronic inflammation throughout of it. Just a disclaimer, this is not medical advice, this is simply for educational purposes. All right, let's go. Just a quick overview of what we're discussing. The Primal Paleo diet is an animal-based protocol which focuses on cutting your intake of ultra-processed foods, refined sugars, and seed oils so that you can reduce oxidative stress, increasing your intake of anti-inflammatory nutrients, omega-3s, vitamin K, polyphenols, fiber, you get all sorts of good stuff. This shifts your gut microbiome and reduces gut permeability. These mechanisms will show across 7 major organ systems. We're going to unpack each one next. First, the immune system. Chronic systemic inflammation is often measured by markers like C-reactive protein, CRP. Clinical trials and reviews show that a primal paleo-style diet can lower some of these markers, notably CRP and insulin resistance, especially in people with metabolic disease. For example, a randomized crossover trial of people with type 2 diabetes follows an unprocessed whole food diet for 3 months. They reported improved glycemic control and lower CRP compared with guideline diabetes diet. That suggests that a paleo-primal lifestyle can reduce inflammation and help better regulate blood sugar and cortisol. The liver. Now, how can diet improve the liver? The liver is very sensitive to excess sugar and saturated fat patterns that accompany Western diets. By lowering added sugar and improving insulin sensitivity, a primal diet reduces fat accumulation, and less fat in the liver means less local inflammatory signaling. Some trials combining diet and exercise showed reduced liver fat when following a Paleolithic pattern, which contributes to lower systemic inflammation. Next up is the metabolism and fat tissue. That's what we all want, a little lower weight. Adipose tissue in obesity secretes pro-inflammatory cytokines. Several controlled trials and systemic reviews show that paleo-style primal diets improved insulin sensitivity, reduced fasting insulin, and often waist circumference and fat mass in the short term. This is driven by a review of dietary interventions found that Paleolithic dietary patterns produce greater short-term improvements in metabolic syndrome components than many guideline diets. The metabolic improvement is a big route by which inflammation drops. So what about your gut? Your gut microbiome is a major inflammation switch. Diets heavy in refined carbs, added sugars, and ultra-processed foods favor microbes and systemic endotoxin levels, driving inflammation throughout the entire body. Studies comparing modern Paleolithic primal diets to a typical Western diet show significant shifts in the gut microbiome, often increased biodiversity in the short term, while replacing whole grains with diverse vegetables and fermentable fibers produce similar microbial benefits and lower gut-driven inflammation while helping you drop weight. The cardiovascular system is affected too. Inflammation fuels hardened arteries. Trials and reviews of paleo-primal style diets report improvements in cardiovascular risk factors, lower triglycerides, improved HDL, and better glycemic control throughout. You're likely to have better heart health and better numbers as your doctor. There's an effect throughout the whole body, including your joints. Are you tired of achy joints? Lowering inflammation is often reported to reduce joint pain. Clinical trials aren't quite long enough to be definitive, but the mechanistic support and patient-reported improvements are consistent. And if joint disease is autoimmune, diet may help symptoms as well. Chronic systemic inflammation affects everything, including your brain. It leads to brain fog, lowered mood, and increased risk of neurodegeneration. By improving metabolic health and lowering systemic markers, primal diets may reduce neuroinflammatory signaling. Some studies of whole food diets show improved mood and cognitive reports. If you missed my last video on how inflammation affects every system of the body, catch that here. We'll see you in that one.